Hey everybody, it's Martha again from the Yoga Studio at Northside Boulders. Thank you so much for joining me for today's 30-minute Vinyasa Flow class. The class today will be focused on balance. So this will probably be a bit more of an intermediate class. We do have lots of beginner flows on our YouTube channel, which you're probably already on. If you haven't done any yoga before, feel free to navigate yourself around that. So if you're wanting a bit more of a challenge today, then this is definitely the class for you. I thought we'd start with some pranayama this morning, or whatever time of day it is for you. The reason being is that it can really help to balance our energy levels, in particular with Nadi Shodhana, the pranayama I'll be doing with you today. If you have done this practice before, feel free to just start whenever you're ready. If you haven't, I'll be guiding you through. So finding a comfortable seat, sitting onto a little cushion or a pillow or just against a wall if you like to keep the back lengthened. Lifting the right hand up, placing the first two fingers in the palm or on the third eyebrow, the space between the third eye, the space between the eyebrows. Third eyebrow would be pretty funny. So what we do is we use the tip of the thumb to close over the right nostril. We'll exhale fully from the left. We inhale for a count of 5, using the ring finger to close off the left nostril. Exhale fully from the right nostril for a count of 5. Inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left, exhale from the right. So like I said, I'll be counting you through. So feel free to get yourself comfortable. It can be helpful to keep the eyes open for the first few minutes if you like, or close them over if you feel comfortable. So either placing the first two fingers down on the palm or between the eyebrows on the third eye. I'll put them in the palm so you can see a little bit more easy with my hand movements. So placing the thumb onto the right nostril, exhale fully from the left. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. This is round 1. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale left, 2, 3, 4. Exhale right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale right, 2, 3, 4. Exhale left, 2, 3, 4. And just continuing at the rate of your own breath for a few rounds if you like. We all have different lung capacities, so your breath might be slightly longer or slower than mine. So I'll just leave you here for a few moments whilst you continue. I'll be doing the movements with my hands if you need a guide. And taking the hands down, returning back to a steady breath. Noticing the effects of that Nadi Shodhana on your body. So it can be really calming, really nurturing. It can really help with stress and anxiety. Maybe feeling a bit more balanced here with the energy flow in the body, the right and the left side. Lovely. So just taking whatever props you have underneath you, your seat, taking that to the side. We'll take a big inhale here, lifting the arms up, join the palms together, gazing straight ahead or towards the thumbs. Exhale, take the hands down through the heart center. Inhale to lift, lengthen the arms. Exhale, take them down. Once more, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And come into a tabletop position. Shoulders above wrists, knees underneath the hips. Space between the fingertips, grounding through the heels. As we come through our cat and cows, inhale to lift the heart forwards, making sure not to overextend the neck here. Exhale, chin to chest, round off the upper spine. Inhale to lift, shine the heart. Exhale, the back of the spine reaches towards the ceiling. I'm going through a few more rounds of this at the rate of your own breath again. If you like to take some barrel rolls here, feel free to do so. I'll move the hands forward as we come into a plank position. So keeping the hips low, sucking the navel in towards the spine. Really protracting the shoulder blades away from each other. One more breath. On the exhale, drawing the hips back as we come into our downward facing dog. Maybe lifting the heels up from side to side. Taking the heels down to the right, peeking through the left shoulder, going down onto the left side perhaps, stretching through the side of the body. I'm playing around a bit with balance here. See if you can lift the right foot off, just not very high at all, just like about a meter or so. And grounding into the right hand. See if you can lift the left hand off. And it's really difficult, so have a bit of fun with this and see whether you're able, just for a few seconds, to find a bit of balance. And then taking the leg and the hand back down again, lifting the left leg up, noticing the engagement here in the core, and seeing if the right hand can float even for a moment. And taking the leg and the hand back down, bending the knees, lengthening the spine, and then walking the feet up to meet the hands. Coming into a ragdoll position, letting the belly fall onto the thighs, hugging at the elbows, and swaying a bit from side to side. Straightening the legs, coming into a halfway lift, the spine is long. Exhale to fold and melt over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Once more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Grounding through the feet, inhale, lift the arms up, join the palms together. Exhale, hands come down. So I'd like to do a little exercise with you now before we get into the rest of the class. Keeping the feet at hip distance apart. Placing the hands naturally to the side of the body and closing over the eyes. I'd like you to move your body weight forwards as much as you can without taking a step forward. Noticing the engagement there in the big toes as you ground them through the mat. And then taking the weight back into the heels, seeing if you can tilt slightly backwards without falling over. And coming over towards the right side. Playing with that edge there before you need to take a step. Coming over towards the left. And coming back to center. And maybe taking some circles in a clockwise direction. So really noticing the transfer of weight here, using all four corners of the feet as you ground into the earth. So as we focus on balance, it's really important to think of our feet as our connection to the ground, creating a solid foundation as we lift up from the air. Going in the other way. Keeping the eyes closed, see if you can find a centered, neutral position that's neither forward, back, left or right. That feels weightless and easy. And opening the eyes, we'll come back to the top of our mats. Take an inhale, lift the arms up, gaze towards the hands. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Place the hands down. Jump back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Taking the right leg in between the palms, the right foot steps in between the hands. The knee is over the ankle. Lift the arms up, coming into our low lunge. Taking the right elbow down, the left one comes up on top. We'll come into eagle arms, wrapping the hands if you can. Inhale to lift the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, release the hands down. Step the right foot back, we meet in a plank position. Move the weight forwards, come into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, the left foot meets in between the palms, right knee comes down. Inhale to lift, low lunge. Then taking the left arm down, the right one meets on top, we come into our eagle wrap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release the hands down. Untuck the right toe, lift the kneecap up. Moving into our plank position, moving forwards, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. I'm taking a few deep breaths here in downward facing dog. Maybe bending the knees, taking a self-adjustment if you like. Grounding through the index finger and externally rotating the upper arm bones away from the ears. Take an inhale, right foot comes into the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot in between the palms, left heel is raised, lifting up, crescent lunge. Rotating the wrists here, making sure to go in both directions. Taking the hands down onto the waist, lifting the right heel up, grounding through the big toes. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Lifting the arms up, grounding through that right foot. We're going to lift up as we come into our warrior three. So lengthening through the fingertips here. And inhale, lift. Pointing that left foot, keeping the hips square. Lengthening through the fingertips all the way down to the toes. We'll slowly lift up, the arms reach the sky, and the knee comes up towards the chest. Either hugging the left knee in towards the chest here, or taking the two-piece fingers, wrapping it around the left big toe, extending the foot out, gazing towards your drishti points for focus and balance. Remember to ground through that standing right leg. Either staying here or taking the leg out towards the left side. Wobbles are totally welcome. And trying to stay true to that quality of breath, keeping it strong and fluid. So the leg comes back towards the center, bending the knee, lifting the arms up. Exhale, extending it, coming into our warrior three position once again. Taking one big breath in here. Exhale, lower. Lift the arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, find our warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Creating one line between the base of our foot, our left foot, all the way through to our fingertips. Taking the left hand down, inhale, lift the right arm up, easy twist. Exhale, take it down. Right foot swings back, three-legged dog, point the toe. Moving the weight forward, shoulder over wrist, coming onto the blade edge of our left foot. The right foot steps back, so we lift, coming into a wild thing. Opening the heart. The right arm coming all the way over towards the ear. Then grounding into that left foot and the left blade edge of the left foot, sorry. Woo, my heart's racing. Taking the right foot to meet the left as we come into our Vashisthasana, side plank. Again, shoulder over the wrist, lifting up with the hips. Breathing deeply. Taking the right knee in towards the chest. See if you can softly take it down towards the ground. Taking both hands down to the mat. Sinking the hips down low. And coming into a winged version, if you like, with the right hand onto the right thigh. And take one more big breath here. Then on the next exhale, the left foot will meet the right and we'll sink the hips down low as we come into our Malasana, our yogic squat position. Hands come into a prayer position in front of the chest. Maybe taking some small sways from side to side as we open out through the hips. Grounding through the feet. Inhale to lift the arms all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, take the hands down. Maybe heel and toe the feet in slightly so they're more at hip distance. Or maybe even placing them together. Take an inhale, lift the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot into the sky, three-legged dog. Keep the hips square. Exhale, left foot in between the palms. Lift up, find our crescent lunge. And rotate the wrists when you arrive. Drawing the left hip back. And trying to keep the lower ribs tucked in here. And taking the hands down towards the waist. Inhale to lift the left heel up. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Once more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. See if you can sink a little more. Now remembering our warrior three position here. Lifting the arms up. And exhale, moving the weight forwards. Trying to do it with control, keeping a micro bend into that standing leg. Taking a few deep breaths here. And inhale, lift the arms to the sky, the knee in towards the chest. The hands come around the right knee, maybe hug it in, and staying here for a few breaths if this is where you feel stable. Or taking the first two fingers around the right big toe, straightening the leg. And feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. Either staying here or taking the leg out towards the right side. Gazing straight ahead or towards the left. Remembering the breath here. strong, clear breath means stable body. The leg comes in, back towards the center. Bend the knee. And lift the arms up. Extend the leg and the arms back. Warrior 3. Take a big breath in. The exhale meets us back as we lift the arms, crescent lunge. Back foot comes flat as we meet in our warrior 2 position. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Really opening out through the chest here, bending into that left knee. And take the hand down, lift the left arm up, easy twist. Exhale, hand comes down. Step the left leg high, 3-legged dog. Move the weight, shoulder over wrist, as we find our wild thing. Open out through the chest, lifting the heart towards the sky. Exhale, the feet meet together, shoulder over wrist, as we come into our side plank. You can take the hand onto the waist or lift the hand up here. And maybe lifting the left knee in towards the chest. And see if you can slowly, slowly plant it down towards the mat. It's very tricky. So we come into our lizard position here. Sinking the hips down. Maybe taking the foot out towards the left corner, the hand onto the thigh. Noticing the quality of breath here. And when you're ready, the right foot meets the top of the mat. We sink the hips down as we come into our Malasana. And feel free here to extend the right arm up, taking a bind over the left leg, opening out the chest, taking a gaze towards the sky. And then coming back to center, and repeating on the other side if you did take a bind. Lifting the left arm up, opening out through the chest. So we'll come into Bakasana, our crow pose. So if you haven't done this position before, taking a wide grip with the hands, we'll lift the hips up. And the key is really to keep the hips nice and lifted. So you do need to be fairly flexible in your forward folds in this position, but you can also use a block to lift up the heels and the feet. We want the knees to be in towards the armpits, lifting up onto our tippy toes, and maybe just playing around with this transference of weight here, moving the weight forwards, making sure to look ahead of you. So maybe this is where you are today, and that's absolutely perfect. If you feel like you'd like to have a bit more of a play, feel strong in that position, lifting up one heel and toe at a time. If Bakasana is already in your practice, then feel free to move into that whenever you're ready. So if you have a strong Bakasana or crow pose, moving the weight forwards. Oh, God. And lifting up when you're ready. So heels in towards the buttocks, gazing towards the ground, and really noticing the movements here in your fingertips as you balance, lift off. Coming down when you're ready, or maybe shooting back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And bending the knees, gazing straight ahead. Take a little hop to the top of the mat. Take the sitting bones down. Extend the legs in front. We'll come into Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Lifting the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. take 3 or 4 deep breaths here. And inhale to lift the arms up and take them down towards the side. We'll come into a Baddha Konasana, bending the knees, taking the knees out towards the side. The soles of the feet touch. Either staying here, wrapping the hands around the feet, lifting the chest, lengthening the spine, or moving the chest forwards and relaxing the upper body. Closing over the eyes. And coming back to the breath. Gently moving the hands towards the legs, taking the knees in to touch. Extending the legs out, coming onto our backs. The arms come to shoulder level. Wrapping the right leg around the left and drawing the knees over towards the right. And seeing if you can keep both shoulder blades on the floor here. Lifting the knees up, back to center, wrapping the left leg around and drawing the legs over towards the left. Either gazing straight ahead or maybe gazing towards the right. Lifting the knees back up and extending the legs out as we move into our Shavasana. Inviting small movements back to the body, nodding the head, placing the heels together, lifting the arms up, stretching through the whole body. Bending the knees and the elbows, turning to one side, taking a few breaths. And lifting up to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class. I had so much fun. I really did notice that it was a challenge at points, getting my breath steady and strong whilst talking everyone through the cues. And the perfectionist in me would want to go back and redo some of those. But actually I think it's really lovely to show the wobbles, to show the imperfections, because no one's perfect as yoga teachers. We're not, perfect in every move as we teach, of course, and we learn more in life through the wobbles than we do in the steady moments. So I think it's good just to have some fun. Let's have some fun with this. It's a new experience for me and for you doing this virtually, so don't be too hard on yourself. Let's just play around a little bit and have a bit of a laugh. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Stay safe, stay happy if you can, and sending you lots and lots of love. Bye.